knowledge of the game. I mean, playing 12 years, I have so much upstairs in my head, that just allows me to be quicker and faster and anticipate things better. And I think that all pays off.
All right, Calais, you're now joining a Ravens team coming off a 14-2 season, predominantly because of a guy named Lamar Jackson. I'm sure you've heard of him. How excited are you to play with the MVP?
I'm very excited about it. How could you not be? I mean, the guy is ridiculously special. I watch him on tape. I mean, there's things he does that it's just, you're like, it's a wow factor. Not even just seeing him run the ball. I mean, I see him, creating and throwing the ball. And it's it's very fun to see. And as a defender, that's what you want. You want guys putting points on the board, give you opportunity to go out there and rush the passer and make plays. And I feel like my skill set, if I can get it, we can play with a lead majority of this year. It's going to be a fun year. It's always fun regardless. I love the game of football, but playing with a lead makes it just a little bit more fun.
Well, and Calais, your second year in the league, you're in the Super Bowl. You have a late lead in a Super Bowl. And I don't know if you were young enough to think, oh, this is how it's going to be. But obviously a decade later, haven't been back. Came really close. I mean, if those refs, Wiles doesn't like to, acknowledge this, but if the refs don't blow the Miles Jack scoop and score, you guys are going to the Super Bowl instead of the Patriots. But, we don't have to get into that. You guys had one stolen from you in Jacksonville. We all know it. We don't have to discuss it. But I want to ask you this. Does this feel like going into the year, potentially the best team you've been on since that team that went to the Super Bowl in Arizona very early in your career?
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, it takes time. I have to get around the guys and see. But on paper, it sure does look special. Obviously, each year is his own separate year. You can't go off of last year's success and anticipate this year's success. I don't care who you are. You got to earn it each and every year. That's what makes the Patriots so special, because they earned it every single year. I did experience some great success, and I feel like I have a history with teams being really good and getting just there. I'm ready to get over the hump, man. I'm tired of just I've been to the Super Bowl and lost when I was a rookie that year, and then I did think that I was probably gonna be going to Super Bowls or at least in the playoffs every year, because that was just what I knew. Everybody always told me, they say how it is. But as 22-year-old kid, it's like, yeah, whatever, man. This is nice. I'm gonna enjoy this, and I'm gonna expect this, every year. And then the next year we went and we lost to the Saints, who won it all, and to the playoffs, and that was fun. And then it was a little bit of it was dry. We didn't go for a while. And then in 2015 we ended up going to the championship game as well. We lost to Carolina, and we got blown out. Injuries kind of took a toll on us. And then 2017 with Jacksonville, ended up going to the championship game again. And that one, we were up late in the game, this close, and that one hurts the most. Well, the Super Bowl hurts the most. So that was up there though, with just being so close, knowing you have a chance to win and not getting there. And it's like, man, I'm ready to, just to get that ring, man. That's the ultimate goal. I feel like I'm in a great situation for it. I feel like this team has all the pieces in place. It really comes down to execution, to making it happen, week in and week out. So I'm ready to roll my sleeves up and get dirty, man.
Calais, Nick roots for the Chiefs and I root for the Patriots. And we heard about this move. We're just like, you've got to be kidding me. Just the rich get richer with the Ravens. Pro Football Focus had you as the run defender of the year. The Ravens had the 5th best run defense. And now you're on the team. What makes that defense special, and what are you trying to do this year?
Yeah, I think first things first is the defense. The back end is incredible. I mean, you got all-pro after all-pro after all-pro. When you look at that back end and what they can do and the depth, it really gets you excited as a D lineman. And I feel like in the front seven, the mentality is always earn the right to rush the passer. So you have to shut down the run and make teams one-dimensional. And then if the offense is scoring points when you're shutting down the run early, I mean, you're gonna have just pin your ears back. It's gonna be a lot of fun playing almost schoolyard ball. You can work on different pass rush moves. Out there, just living the dream, baby.
I know you're friends, Calais, with a bunch of guys on the Ravens. You haven't had a chance to really practice or play with them yet. But But they had a motto last year that went viral, big trust. Have you embraced it? Can you give us an idea of where you are on the big trust scale right now? Are you quite there yet?
I'm still learning about all the different, cool things about the Ravens, and I remember seeing that go kind of viral, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what it means, but I know,
you and me both, Calais.
The one I like a lot, Lamar Jackson always had that "Nobody cares, work harder" shirt. That's one of my favorite slogans ever since I've seen it. Nobody cares, work harder. I feel like that's the right mentality to have for any football player, because obviously everybody wants to talk about accolades, wants to talk about how they could be this, could be that. At the end of the day, just work harder and prove it.
Calais, I talked about at the beginning that what an offseason it's been for you, not only being traded, but some individual accolades that have to rank up there with just about anything I would imagine you've accomplished in your professional life. I know football's the ultimate team sport, but the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award is something that the list of recipients of that is almost as exclusive as the list of Super Bowl MVPs. And then an all-decade team, that at least to me you were a shoo-in for. I know they're two very different things, but can you tell us about the emotion and your reaction to hearing about both of those top of the resume honors?
Yeah, the all-decade team, that was just announced a couple of days ago. And obviously, you can imagine, just playing this game and wanting to be the best at it. I don't think anybody plays this game and doesn't want to be the best. So you play this game and you really want to be the best. You work hard at it every single day. And to be considered, over the last 10 years to being one of the best players in the game, that's a very special honor. I was walking around with a big smile on my face the last couple of days. I've been, just ecstatic the whole time. This is the ultimate, just as a football player on the field, winning the Super Bowl and getting a gold jacket are the two, the main goals you have, and this is a big part of that. Being on the all-decade team, that's a huge honor. And then going back to the Walter Payton Man of the Year, that's the most prestigious award in sports. Obviously it says a lot about who you are as a person and what you stand for. And, to me, that's something I know my dad would be proud about. My dad passed away when I was 17. He was a big influence in my life, and he really, I named my foundation after him. And I know that, he'll be proud of all the things I've done in my life, but I think he would be most proud of